Well, hello everybody. It's Leanne, and it's Tuesday with my usual free class. Every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. I host a free class with card ideas, techniques, a lot of fun folds. I tend to do many different fun folds every month. So yeah, I'm just gonna get my laptop synced up and so I can welcome people. Trying to get that going. There we go. Okay, all right. Good morning, Brenda, Janine, and Trina. First one's on today. Okay, I have lots to share. And I had a great weekend. We had PMS night, which is popcorn, music, and stamping. Friday, Saturday we had bunco, and Sunday we went to Bismarck for my sister's 80th birthday party. She's the oldest, by the way. I'm the baby, so I'm a lot younger. I can still say that. But it was so nice. We had almost all my siblings there except for one, and lots of family and nieces and aunts and nephews and cousins, and yeah, it was a great time. So we had a great weekend. I have my last card club of the month tonight. Let's see, my camera is just a little bit crooked. Is that better? No, too much. Oh gosh, crooked kind of bothers me. I'm one of those straight nuts. That's a little better. Okay. All right. Now I can focus. Okay. Anyway, I hope you had a great weekend too. We have had awesome weather here in North Dakota. This winter has been one of the best we've had in many years. Farmers might not like it because we don't have a lot of snow, but anyway, can you believe there are only 9 days left to celebration? Oh, I always hate to see it go because it's such a fun time. It's so wonderful that Stampin' Up! Gives something to everybody who puts in a minimum $50 order to a $100 order. Lots of different choices in the celebration catalog that I know of. Everything is available still. And then they added on more items. So if you need to stock up on paper or adhesives or envelopes, maybe you want some designer papers or that stamp set or set of dies that you've been wanting. Now, if you can swing it, get it now while you get something free when you order. So yeah, I love a celebration, but 9 days left. Remember, you can still join my team. We've had quite a few join this month, and you can choose either the Glass Mat Studio or a free $30 extra product in your starter kit, all for $99. So yeah, it's a great deal. If you want to get a discount, enjoy it while you can. Please ask me questions. Ask anybody on here. I know there's a lot of demonstrators that watch my videos, so it's just a great thing to be a part of. It honestly is. I've had nobody ever, well, there was one person who really wanted to build a business, and then COVID hit. And she was so disappointed. So I have to say that she was disappointed that she joined at that time and it just didn't work out for her. So otherwise, many people join, and everybody else has been extremely happy that they joined. Okay, let's do door prizes. Okay, last week I said I was giving away the enamel dot essentials and half a pack or so of the One Horse Open Sleigh designer paper. So this paper is no longer available. It's beautiful, and I have a whole kit to go and tutorial on that. Oh, not kit to go, tutorial is left. The kits are gone. But the winners are, drum roll, we have Melanie Foy won the designer paper, and Nancy Johnson won the gems. So I'll be sending them to you. Melanie, I need your address. So hopefully you're watching or will watch, because I do not have it. So if you would send me your mailing address so I can mail that to you, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much for commenting and sharing. So this week the prizes are a set of, let's see, what are these? Adhesive back seasonal sequins, a bunch of different colors, they're brand new. and a set of, I think this was a this was a paper pumpkin add-on, cards and envelopes. So there is a set of 8, 2 of each color that match. So kind of a starter kit, a card kit to start with. So that is for sharing and for commenting. So let me know, yeah, just share and comment and get the word out on my videos if you enjoy them. If you have a crafty friend and she's on Facebook, or you can message the link to them, please do. I'd appreciate that very much. My gift for orders over $50 is a half a pack of these gold foil cards and fancy envelopes. So yeah, and we were looking at the adhesive is here, and the envelope's a little higher than normal, so the adhesive will catch that. We're like, well, where is the adhesive on there? And it's right here. So somebody was curious about that. These have been selling very well, and I am planning on making a project with these. Hopefully next week. I have a plan. I'm going to make an A2 card size box. Yeah, so yeah, this is my gift for orders in February. So let's see, celebration, that I have a free Nature Sweetness PDF tutorial for all online orders. Oh, I do want to talk about paper pumpkin. I'm waiting for my paper pumpkin kit for February. But remember that when you purchase a paper pumpkin kit or prepaid, if you get a 3-month, you get 1 choice out of here. If you get a 6-month, you get 2 $50 choices or 1 $100. If you order a year, you get 4 choices or 2 $100 choices. So if you're already getting paper pumpkin, I would encourage you to get it during celebration and get a prepaid, because that is your benefit for getting for ordering during celebration. It is a fabulous time to get it. I do it every year. So get at least a 6 months during celebration. Thank you, Lori. Thanks for sharing. Okay, a little inventory status update. A few things, most of these are March. There's a few other things I didn't put on here. Wink of Stella, we have no idea when that's coming back. Pretty Peacock, cardstock, ink, refill. It seems like there was, and I don't know. There's like 3 or 4 things of Pretty Peacock that is out of stock right now, and we don't have a date. So I don't put everything on here, but just some. There's 2 of the gems that are coming back in March. So a couple long-term ones, the Heartfelt Hexagon in April, and the Adoring Hearts Embossing Folder and Dies is May, which to me means that's coming back in the annual catalog, I would assume, because the annual catalog starts in May. So just a little update on the this catalog. The mini catalog, that ends in April. The annual catalog ends in April, and the new one starts in May. And we will be getting a retiring list, I believe, the beginning of April on the annual and this catalog as well. So stay tuned for that. New in colors. Now remember, demonstrators get to pre-order the new in colors early, pre-order from the new catalog. We see the new catalog early. It's one more benefit to joining as a demonstrator. So there's a lot of them, honestly. There's a lot of benefits. So, okay. My February card kits are mostly cut out, and I am ready to get those out this week. I think I should have everything going for my February kits. Poetic Expressions and the Lovely Lavender, and I do still have a couple left of each. So if you're interested, this is where you go to get my kits, tutorials, and my glue stands. So we just added a new color. We just printed out some gold glue stands. So yeah, and if you ever want to order a lot of them, like for an event or gifts, I give a deal. So don't ever order them on if you're ordering 6 or more, contact me. I'll give you a good price, a better price on your glue stands. So just saying on that. Okay, I'm going to share my team swaps. We had a fancy fold card swap this last month in February, and we had 15 people participate. which is good for us. That's probably about the max that we have, because a lot of people are hobbyists. They don't want to swap. But some people get out of their comfort zone and swap. So this is Candy's. She, the last couple months, she has used this stamp set, and I'm going to share another one. I sold 3 stamp sets at a club because of Candy's. Yeah, and you're on, Candy, because 2 of yours and 1 of Karen Greenlee. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, they're the same stamp. There's a couple in the, what reflection? What's the name of this stamp set again, Candy? Gosh, I'm so drawing a blank. I just ordered it. You convinced me after 2 swaps of yours and Karen's and others that I was saying. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's a beautiful card, or swap cards. So that's 2 of them. Okay, something reflection. So this is a swap by Paula, and she used the online exclusive Delightful Florals, I think. Quiet Reflection, thank you. Yes, why can I not remember that? Quiet Reflection is the name of that set. So yeah, quite the neat fun fold. So there's a lot of them. So this one's Sharon Schroeder. She did just there's a thinner strip of red underneath here that connects this, that bridges these 2 die cuts. So this is a die cut, both of these. And then she made that fun peekaboo with the Hooray for Surprises stamp set. Isn't that cool? Oh my goodness, yeah. And this is on the similar vein as far as these 2 cards. They're similar, but all totally different. Now, last week and this week, I am posting these, and I'm giving dimensions for every one of them. So that's on my blog. If you're not following me at flowerbug.net, I highly encourage you to do that, because I usually give either measurements or a free project sheet with a lot of my projects. So here is one by Mary, very simple one using the Sunny Days. Oh, this is Sunny, no, this is Most Adored Designer Paper Celebration. This is, it's like quiz time for Leanne. Softly Sophisticated Celebration. I think this is the Let's Go Fishing designer paper. I'm not sure. Jonna made this one with the Let's Go Fishing Suite. Little gift card for guys. Love getting guy cards because we don't tend to make them as much. Jackie made this Pinwheel Tower card. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is with the Nature Sweetness bundle, and it fits a normal envelope, but it's so cool. And I'll be posting that one this week with dimensions and a link to a video that I've done. Tracy did this one of my favorite folds for scenic designer papers. So dimensions, everything. I'm halfway ready with my my blog posts. This one Dolores made with the Flight and Airy Celebration designer paper. Look at, she made an accordion surprise. I call it a surprise accordion card. I shared this a few weeks back, this fun fold. So like I said, if you're not following me on either Facebook or on YouTube, you should. Now these will not be on YouTube, but well, they'll be on this video. Now this one is made by Karen, and she found a new fun fold, and it's a bookbinding fold, and all you do is add this extra layer right here. You score 1 extra time and you get a new fun fold in a bookbinding. So this one ends right here. See how that, and then there's a seam right there, and so this is just 1 extra layer. Such a neat, sometimes the simplest folds you can jazz up. Here is Ginny's. You can see her name there. I love her pocket. I just love that. So this is the Tailored Tags dies with the Be Mine designer paper, but she just cut out another little piece from designer paper and added that to the bottom of this tag, and then added some little hearts. Thought that was so cute. That's a neat fold as well. And look at this one. This is Candace's. She used the something submarine. I got it right here. Submarine Life. And can you believe this designer paper is stamped? She made that paper. That's just Pool Party with either Pool Party or Coastal Cabana and white craft ink. I'm like, wow. So yeah, I even give dimensions on that, that card. So there's her inside, her backside, I should say. So isn't that cute? I guess she's a big fan of Beatles' Yellow Submarine. And this is Jones, and I saw Joan is on watching, and this is her first swap with us. Very first swap, and she did a fun fold, and she came up with a new design. So this was her original card, like this, and then she said, oh, it should be something else. So she added this flap to her fun fold. I mean, for a beginner swapper, yeah, she did an amazing job. So I was so impressed with everybody's swaps. They just did a fabulous job. Yes, this one here, Karen, this was a free project sheet a couple weeks ago on my blog. So it might have even been last week. No, probably a couple weeks. So yeah, this is on my blog with a free project sheet. So, and I'll be linking to it when I post this. So it'll be this week, the end of this week. Yeah, the next 3 days, I'll be posting all of these. So, so I hope I get the measurements right. I just have to I use a ruler and I write down the measurements and post them for you all. So yeah, aren't they amazing? So if you like to swap and make cards, I know it is a fun surprise, Julie, you're right, when you open fun fold cards. Yep. The fish card, you want the fish card again? It'll be on my blog. So, there it is. There's the fish card. So yeah, she did an amazing job. I think they call it a step card, maybe a triple step card. So that is the fish card, or the sublime. Oh, the other fish card maybe. Okay, hold on. There are two fish cards, kind of, fishing. So that's the other one. So these will all be on my blog. So make sure that you're following me if you want the measurements. And you can subscribe. I post 5 times a week, and then you can see them. So, all right, let's see. What else do I have? I think we're going to get started with our projects today. Okay, so we're playing with the Cutest Cows bundle. And where did I put my punch? Hold on, I got to go grab it. Okay, you know, we move things around a little bit and you forget. So I'm showing a card that we're making for my clubs this month. Tonight is my last club, so if any of you club gals are watching, you're going to get a sneak peek of tonight's card. But first I'm going to share one that I'm not making, but I wanted to show that you can, looks like it's so dinged up, but that's because it sits in my my basket full of goodies and gets all full of stuff, I guess. So what do you think? I made an Easter sheep card with the cows. So I'm not going to share this one, but I'll share what I did. So this is Sunny Days designer paper with the deckled circles. This is the stamp from Heartfelt Hellos. There's an Easter one right here. So this is a free celebration choice. A lot of nice holidays. Oh, and by the way, one of the cards I shared last, maybe 2 times ago, I used this stamp right there. Well, I didn't even tell you all that I took off the more. So I just have a love you, and I have the more separate because I'm not quite sure why I would use more as often as I would just use love you. So anyway, you can cut your stamps apart. In fact, in Joy, you could just cut that apart and add it when you want. So, and you could even cut mothers off and put happy day. So, you know, you think about how you're using your stamps. But anyway, this is, so I inked my stamp. Well, no, actually I drew this in. This is the eyes and eyebrows. This mouth or nose or whatever I drew in. The ears I drew in. But what I looked at somebody else's sheep and they used puff paint, and I have puff paint, but it's not current. So what I did was I punched a bunch of tails and I worked them together and then I tore them apart so you got a rough piece of cardstock. And so I have kind of a rough looking sheepy body. And I just colored the hooves black, popped up the head a little bit. So that's my little sheep card. There's the inside. Yes, you can use your Stampin' Write markers to mark what you want. Exactly, Candy. You can do that too. If you're not happy with cutting your words apart, then you can certainly use markers. Okay, so that is the card I'm not going to make today. Now, besides cows, there's another one. I saw some other people make one, and I decided to make a pig. So I just think that he's super cute. So I'm going to make this card now. And that uses a few different products. So the pig uses, of course, the Cutest Cows stamp set. This is from throughout the year. It's an add-on. It's in our online exclusives. It's balmy blue, granny apple green, black fence, and the fence and the grass are from, let's see, this is called Garden Meadow Dies. So I love these dies. These are part of our online exclusives. So one thing about these dies, really cool, the grass die, is once you cut it, you have 2 pieces. So you can layer them so easily. I'll show you another way to use this one with the grass. It's so cool. It has like a archway, it has the fence. Of course, there's a stamp set that goes with it with boots and watering can and some flowers and some other things. I don't own the stamp set. I really wanted the arch, the grass, and the fence. So that's what I did. That is where the dies come from. Now the cloud border is from our Border Basics dies. All right, so to make this card, we're going to start out by sponging our background. So I had another one. So this is the, oops, how did you get on there? So I had a couple of these sitting there in my white scraps, and I thought, well, I could turn this over and not ruin it and still be able to use it and sponge some clouds. So this is how I made the cloud background with a blending brush. And I'm going to scoot it over and mostly stay on the white die cut and just get a little bit. Now I'm not going to get way over there because I don't want that hard line to be dropped. Okay, and then I'm going to scoot this over and kind of match something. It's going to have to be this one, I think. And then continue by mostly keeping my brush. You see where my brush is? I'm just hitting over the edge of the clouds. Okay, then you want to do it again. And like I said, I'm not going to get to that edge because I want to vary the clouds and not have them all in the same position. It's really a fun technique. Is that enough? Maybe a little bit more over here. Okay, and then trying to match that up, and you can twist it a little bit as well by really changing it up. And I don't need to do a lot. And then you can go and do even more. I'm gonna go above what I did and just do a little bit in the middle of that and make some, might get too busy. You know, you don't want to do too much, but just not have quite as many white areas. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I can still use this. This is the wrong side of my die cut. So that's still good to go. All right, I'm gonna make sure I'm not using any more blue ink and close this up. All right, So what I decided to do on the grass is to sponge, and I think this is the one I was going to use because I cut it to length. All right, I'm gonna grab a piece of scrap paper so I don't ruin my background paper or get it too busy. So this is Granny Apple Green on Granny Apple Green cardstock. So I just want to make it not quite so perfect. Give a little bit of dimension to it, and I'm going to avoid the grass at the top. Now, one thing that's neat about this grass is if I wanted to, I could layer it and add more dimension to it and add that to my, but I don't want to get that high. I decided that this one was a little bit high for me, so I decided to cut it down in height. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to leave that out for another project or inking. Okay, get that going. So yeah, this grass is fun. You know, it's one of those background things that I think you would use for quite a variety of things, or I should say variety of projects. The reason I turned it over is my score line is a little bit, this is thicker or longer, hangs over. So it's helpful when your card front on the front is a little bit longer. If it's not perfect, longer, so when you lift it, you can touch it. You can grab it. I don't know how to say that, but yeah, I was told that by my experienced stamping friend Pat, that the back should be a little shorter than the front on your card. Okay. All right, we're creating our background first before we get to our pig. All right, next we have the fence. So I decided to cut one of these in half so he would be between the fence posts. And then I decided to bring them to the edge of the card so he had more room. So I'm going to do that and just trim this right down. Okay. And I want the post to be like it's in the opening. So now the challenge is to get very little glue so it doesn't leak out. Okay, that was pretty good. And I'm going to go above the grass a little bit. Okay. So yeah, this fence, now there is another layer to this die, a solid one. So you could create a solid fence if you wanted to. Or in the set, I bet the set has a stamp that you can stamp and then die cut. Okay, so there, and you know, when I was sponging this, I mistakenly picked up my green sponge. So this one was blue, this one's going to be green. So that doesn't matter that much. Oh yes, I put away my dimensionals. So I don't have those. And I have to have dimensionals. I don't know. I took them off of my little bins and now I don't have any. So I'll add those later. Or I'll go grab them. We'll see. Okay, the pig. I am going to find there's so many pieces. Here, let me show you how many pieces are in this set. 24. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's actually very crazy. So what I did was I stamped in black ink. I'm going to scoot this further away. And I wanted ears. I didn't want to draw the ears, but I wanted ears. So stamp that. And you're thinking, oh boy, that looks bad. Oh, and I forgot my cleaner too. Oh, I am not doing so good on my products that I need. So then I'm going to do this, kind of jury rig this a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to punch another head and a body. Let's go this way. Lots of little pieces with this punch. Lots of them. Okay, so I have the body, the one head, the second head, and a nose or muzzle, or I'm not a animal farmer person, so I'm not sure what that's called. But I'm going to cut off and give him a nice little round bum. Okay, and now I'm going to cut off his ears on this one. Okay, those are gone. Then add adhesive to this one. And actually what I should do first is add my, let's see, light and dark. I'm gonna go with dark. What I did on here was I decided to just, ooh, that is dark. I think I used light before. Just gave them a little bit of an outline to give some dimension. I could use a sponge, but I thought, and I know this gets lighter, so I just went around the whole thing and gave a little outline. I almost wanted to make him dirty, you know, pigs are rolling around in the muck. That's what I hear anyway. And then I'll do the same. Oh, that one's full of glue. Let me just put this on here so I don't get gluey. Slide that in place. Okay. So you can do so much with these, this punch. A little bit of color in the ear. Okay, and then wait till you see the tail. How do you think I did the tail? Sorry, I could have done some of this in advance. But I didn't. So how many of you like these kind of builder sets? They can be a little intimidating to learn to use, in my opinion. Okay, we're gonna give that cow some eyes and eyebrows. Okay, and then the muzzle or nose. Oh, you know what? I remembered. Let me just see what this is gonna look like. Do we like that? No, I don't think that works. I think what I did, oh, and of course I put my other marker away. I wonder if I can do it with this one. I used a finer tip marker. Now this one's a little bit thick. Oh boy. It might work. Oh, and then, oops. Now you could stamp the legs just with the stamp that comes in the set, but I wanted her to be a little bit more just plain old pink. Okay, so now, you know, I have to get my dimensionals. I can't live without them. I don't know if I rarely have ever made a card without a dimensional. And I think I have to use an edge. This is the regular size. So put that on there. That finishes her face up, doesn't it? That'll go on there. So what do you think? Does the, oh, that's the wrong, oh, that's this way. You can't tell the head from the tail without that. All right, where is my pink? Okay, so what I did for that tail was, I'm just gonna use this piece right here, is find a nice straight edge, cut this into a skinny little piece. Then I found something skinny like this and just started, have you ever, any of you done quill art? So quill art is where you just roll up paper on a quilling tool, I think is what it's called. And then you can separate this, hopefully, into a spiral. Come on, you. And it does help to reinforce it. Okay, I'm going to try and get it a little bit tighter. There we go, that's pretty good. And then what I did was just put a little dot of glue. It's so thin and fine. Is this too fussy for you? What my friend Karen says, this is beyond her fuss factor, she says. And I don't even know where that should be, but that's where it's going to go. Okay. All right, and another little edge of a dimensional for the head area. And then when I put it on, you need to support that. So I have to put something on the top part to support that. Okay, let's bring the card in. And we'll add adhesive. Okay. There we go. Pretty neat, huh? This is such a fun card. I'm not going to make the inside, but I'm going to show you again what I did on the inside of the card to finish it up. I turned it into a thank you card because I use a lot of thank you cards. Oh, and my gems. So these are the adhesive back dragonflies and birds. And I thought, oh, they're so cute. I'm going to use the birds this time, I think. Put them the right way. There's a little spot there. I think I'll cover that up. And we'll do one more over. Maybe we'll do it up there. Oh, little hair. Okay, there's the front of our card. So I could have kept going and building the scene and doing more and more, but I held myself back. So here's the inside. So I stamped the grass, some sunflowers a couple times, and then the greeting from the set. So there is my pig card from the Cutest Cows. Okay, so next we're going to do a cow card and actually make the right thing. With the, I shouldn't say the right thing, the usual thing. Okay, so move some of my pieces around. Now remember, next week, hi Elise, next week I will have the free project sheets on these cards on my blog. So that's at flowerbug.net. That's my blog link. So that's where you find all my free project sheets, the dimensions, the products used, directions, and photos. Okay, so this is the card we're making at club tonight, my last club for the month. So so yeah, that's our card. That's one version. Same front, but different inside. So what do you think? This one has cream cans. It's your special day. Milk it for all it's worth. It's cute sayings. All right, so let me show you how to make a spotted cow, because that's not on here either. A little something different. We'll just move that one up. Oh gosh, I tell you, I'm not as ready as I thought I was. I have to get my project stuff out. So there, I think, are my pieces. It's a standard, this is not a fun fold. It's a standard card, basic black. I love black and white with a pop color. So here we have Old Olive and a little bit of Pool Party. So that's what, isn't it a cute card? So there are lots and lots and lots of pieces here, but I want to show you how we made our main scene. Okay, well, you know what? I'm starting from the bottom. Okay, so we have a piece of our black gingham ribbon. So I'm going to wrap that around, go a little bit towards the top, and I put adhesive on the back side, and now I'm just pressing from the front so I can see that it's secure, and I will add more adhesive on there, and this is the bottom of the card. and why I use certain adhesives, just whatever I want to grab. Mostly I use this for texture. Well, I use that almost all the time, honestly. That's my favorite. And this goes, you can do it above. Oh yeah, that's right. I want to do it above a little bit. One card shows at the bottom, one card is at the top. So, you know, you can choose which way you want to do that. I chose this way this time. All right, so our little scene. This is the Sunny Days designer paper. So that's going to go on first. And like I said, dimensions, products, all that will be on my blog next week. I usually try and post these video cards Mondays and Tuesdays on my blog on flowerbug.net. Okay, so now we're going to get back to those garden meadow dies with this grass piece, this one here, and this one here is what I'm using. Okay, so that's the dies, and they layer each other. So look at that. When you put them together, they layer, and you have grass peeking out, spiky stuff peeking out of this kind of texture looking grass. I mean, you can open these up just a little bit if you want to make it more textural. I didn't, but you certainly could. But what I did do then is add a little adhesive to the bottom of this, and they're meant to work together. So, oops, gotta move that so the edges are even. Okay. All right, now, when I put this on here, see that black peeking out? So when I was cutting, I had extra pieces left over from my die cut, and so I just kind of snuck that in there so I could fill in. And I have to make sure it's in the right place so it hides that black. So let's just do that. And gotta make sure it hides the black. That one's a little hard. I think I'm gonna have to trim, because this one's peeking out a little bit here. And so is the edge of this one. Let's see. There we go. Now we have our scene. And the cow covers up a lot of this. So it's just a matter of, and I just should have cut my designer paper longer, but I was a little worried I was going to run out after I cut out for all my club people. So there, that's our scene for our cow. So that's going to go on here. And you know, now that I look of it, I think they're square, so it doesn't really matter which way it goes. Okay, and you can pop it up or not. This time I'm not going to. All right, so we're going to get into that cow. Making our cow, our spotted cow. Okay, so we have two pieces here. We're going to stamp black memento. I think we need one head stamped. We need on the inside, and I'll show that in a minute, we need a cow body, which I hope I have here. Oh my goodness. I don't know, Leanne, what I did with things. I'm having a day. I do not see my cow. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Okay, so this is the inside of the card, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, all right. Then we're going to, while I'm doing the inside, I'm going to stamp 2 cream cans. I don't know why 2, just because I can. Kind of cattywampus. And also, while I have my black ink, I'm going to ink my greeting, the holy cow. That could be for anything, right? Could be, you can turn this card into anything you want. Okay. And as I'll finish off our inside, which is, it's your special day. And then my favorite, milk it for all it's worth. All right, so I think we're done with black ink, surprisingly. Okay, now the punch. Yep. So we're gonna punch out the head. Now this is for the inside because the front side does not have a stamped head. It has a polka dot head. Then we need a body. And did I punch out any of those extra little things? Here is a tail, and here is a nose. Okay, get rid of all these extra pieces. Now, for the eyes, oh, we're not done with stamping. I just realized that. We have to stamp the nose and the, so like I said, lots of little pieces. Kind of fun because we all love to stamp, right? Oops. There's that. And then the little nose, muzzle, something. There. Okay, now I think we're done stamping. All right. So we will take a black blends marker and color in or add spots, random spots. Can be different, they can be on the edge, but they need to be not perfect. Okay, same with, I'll give them a little black ear. All right, and then hooves. So you could certainly stamp the body, because there is a body for this, but you don't have to. You can do it this way. All right, so have some fun coloring the inside as well. I love our black blends. It is so nice and rich and totally black. You might think, why don't you use a Sharpie? But this has a beautiful bullet tip and a brush tip. So it just, I don't know, it's just nice. Okay, so this cow, oh, we need to have some pink. Bit of the ears. This is petal pink, by the way. Okay, so in there, we're going to, I'm going to focus on the inside here for now. So cute, so cute. All right, and then we'll add the little nose for the front. Where's my, oh, there's my body. All right, so I didn't color in the cream cans yet. And this goes on the tail. You could color it, but there's a punch. Why not use the punch? Okay, all right. Going to pop him up with a couple dimensionals. So how many of you have the cow, or how many want the cow? All right, we're going to put him about there. And I could have sponged and added a little bit more color to the grass. I didn't, I left it pretty plain. There, and then the greeting, we're just going to cut a little notch. Now, if you don't have a punch, or if you're lazy and don't want to get the punch out like me, start with a center notch and then just notch it. So more dimensionals, the more you add dimensionals to your card, I feel like the better. Oh, I'm going to trim this off a little bit more. The more dimension they have are just more attractive to the eye and different than a Hallmark card. So the inside, this one I stamped a sunflower, and this one I stamped the cream cans and colored them in with green. Added a little bit of grass to the bottom. I didn't add it on that one for some reason, but So there's our card. Isn't it cute? So Cutest Cows with the punch in the spring catalog. And if you just joined me, the other card I made was a pig. And then another one I shared was a sheep. So those are the cards. I'll leave this open so you can see the inside. So the project sheets will be shared next week, Monday, Tuesday for the card. I don't think I'm sharing the project sheet for this one. That's just kind of an inspiration that you can make a sheep. I did punch little tails and made them rough, and you could use a puff paint if you want to instead of that. It was a little bit of time-consuming work. But anyway, that's the projects for today. I appreciate you watching, and those of you hung in the whole time, good for you. Good for you, because I'm one of those speed through people when I watch videos. I'm like, oh, let's see what, okay, next. I just don't have the time to watch it all. But I appreciate those of you who do. And don't forget to share my video, like it. If you need to place an order, here is my host code. I have a gift with orders, so I appreciate, and please, if you're interested in joining, I hope you join my team. We have an awesome team, and you get lots of good benefits being on my Flower Bugs group. All right, thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next week. All right, thanks so much. Take care.